Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to our Draconic Sports video. In today's video, of course, we have our Week 10 NFL picks presented by your four hosts, minus Moody's for this week because he is busy. And then, of course, we are also bringing on Slushy, who is our Discord picker. Here are your current standings between the four main hosts. Notably, I am in first, as always, it seems like this season. I don't know how that happens. It just always ends up happening. But I have crossed 100 wins. Somehow, Aqua and Pine are actually tied, which is kind of cool. And then Moody's is in last. And then, of course, we have Slushy being our Discord winner, for which it seems like the past, like 5-6 weeks, something like that. It's been a while. They went 9-5, which is... a little worse than they usually do because it's been kind of, known that the NFL is getting a lot more or less predictable. And then, of course, we have Title going 8-6. So hopefully they can both improve their records this upcoming week. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into our first game of the week. All right, first up, we have Thursday Night Football between the Jets and the Patriots. Patriots heavy favorites here. I'm going to go the Patriots personally. The Jets did win against the Browns last week, but there's no real reason to think that they would win back-to-back games because of the Jets. And the Patriots have been dominating, so not much to think about. Give me the Patriots here.
I understand. Patriots. So you see, Ripcord's being completely biased here, picking the Patriots when they're 11 points favorites at home. Clearly, got to go with the Jets. They're coming off momentum, back-to-back wins. Clearly trading away Quincy Williams and trading away Sauce Gardner has only helped the morale of the locker room. And for that reason, I'm still taking the Patriots, even though this is a Thursday night game and in division. So you never know. But like on a serious note, seriously, the Jets should be tanking, which is why they might win this game. But I still got to pick the Patriots. I have no reason to not pick them here.
Fields seems to be obsessed with throwing the ball to the field instead of to his teammates, so I'm going to pick the Patriots.
It's literally his name. How can you blame it?
It's a pretty good joke, right?
Anyways, Slushies, this is going to be a very controversial pick, I'm guessing here. So who you got here?
I think I'm going to go with the Jets. Jets. I got to go for upset here. I think the Jets, I don't know. Again, chaotic season. I think the Patriots have been a little bit too hot, so I think I'm going to go with the Jets here. Jets still have good players. Garrett Wilson's out. Oh, they have Will McDonald coming out after they So they still have playmakers. I feel like the Patriots are bound to get upset again. Again, they lost to the Raiders during week 1, so I think they are able to get upset again.
The real question is, will they score 4 special teams touchdowns this week? Also, Moody's taking the Patriots. There's the reason they're having 11-point favorites, but Slushy's feeling upset based on the season's been going. I can't really argue. Also, Slushy's won 5 times or something, so I guess I can't question Slushy at this point. Anyways.
Guys, it'd be really funny if we didn't have a single 5-0 sweep this whole week.
All right, next up we have our international game, which is taking place in Spain, and that is between the Commanders and the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins here. I feel like just they have a slightly better team than the Commanders. The Commanders' offense has kind of been destroyed by injuries, while the Dolphins just have a bad offense, straight up. And then Tyreek Hill's also been out, to be fair. But give me the Dolphins. Tua shouldn't be able to sell them this game, right? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. He probably will end up selling them the game. But I'm still convinced the Dolphins will be able to outscore the Commanders.
I had this game written down because the Dolphins win because of the joke they can't play in cold weather, so they have to play in Spain. So I'll take the Dolphins here solely if we continue that joke. I wouldn't be shocked the Dolphins win this. I would be shocked the Dolphins lost by 30 just because the Dolphins don't make sense. And because Commanders' team is also unpredictable, they also don't have a defense. So probably Tua won't be throwing 3 interceptions, but you never know.
I mean, I think the Dolphins make a little bit of sense. The Bills just had the worst game everywhere of their entire season. So that's why they won last week. They didn't even play that well. Tua threw 2 picks again. Tua turned the ball over. Tua is somehow a worse quarterback than Marcus Mariota, to my knowledge. So I'm going to pick Marcus Mariota and the Washington Commanders to, I can't believe I'm saying this, upset the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, I just want to say, why do we get the worst international matchup? The Eagles game and Lions game should be put in international games, not this. But anyways, I feel like the Dolphins just have good games and we just collapse the next game. So I think I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think Marcus Mariota has been doing okay. He has a good completion percentage. And yeah, I'm thinking Commanders.
Well, Moody's, on the other hand, this is actually tied in our Discord, but Moody's will be going with the Dolphins as well. This is gonna be a weird game. Also, the reason why international games get terrible games is because they want to have their major primetime spots when people are all awake and not like at 9 a.m.
Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Buffalo Bills. Both teams are 6-3. Bucks coming off of a loss. Same with the Bills. So, which team will be able to bounce back? That's the real question here. Bills are decently heavy favorites, probably because the Bucks are just banged up. Like everybody on that offense is injured. It seems like to at least some degree every week. While the Bills are just not playing really good football right now. So I don't really know who's going to bounce back here. It really is a 50-50 to me, but sure, I'll go the Bills because the Bills will find a way. The AFC East, they'll find a way to make the AFC East like competitive with the Patriots. So give me the Bills to win this, even though I don't want them to.
It's a hard one. I'm double checking, Slush. You're not getting back Godwin or Bucky, right?
Nope, I don't even know what's gonna happen. They're probably out for the season. Let's be honest. Same with Joe McMillan. He's probably out for the season as well.
I feel like I gotta take the Bills for the bounce back, mostly because they're at home. But really, this really could go either way. I'm not confident at all at this pick, to be honest. I can't get a good gauge of this Bucks teams to be honest. But it is what it is.
Alrighty, I just want to say, as a Bucks fan, it's just been frustrating to say the least of all these injuries and stuff. Like, I thought we were gonna be fine after the bye week, but nope. Bucky Irving, Chris Godwin, like the timelines just have been unknown. So I guess I have to go with the Bills. I don't think the Bills are gonna drop back-to-back games again, and we're gonna somehow make the NFC South division close somehow. So, yeah.
Yeah, Moody's took the Bills. I don't have a
God
reason.
damn it.
They're too busy
I
doing
guess I gotta
things such
hold up
as
my
hang
side
out
of the
with
bargain
their
now.
mother on their birthday. I know, crazy thing.
I guess I gotta be the sole person picking the Bucks. I mean, it's not impossible.
No,
Like,
this is a very good lone dog. I just don't know what will happen, to be honest.
Like-
This could be a blowout either way, like in terms either side of this. To
the
be honest
Bills
with you,
did look absolutely terrible
'Cause
last week, but also the
both
Bucks
these
are
defenses have
banged
been
up.
questionable at times, and both these teams' offenses have been explosive at times. So who really knows?
And also, to be honest, I really want the Bucks to lose this game because I think it'd be really funny if we somehow made the division close. But unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna. No,
Bryce Young.
no. Fortunately, I think it is gonna happen. But unfortunately, I have to pick the Bucks to do my side of the deal.
Actually, no, there's no point doing a full intro here. This is Jackson Dartless Giants, probably. He's still in concussion protocol. I don't think he's going to be playing. Sorry to step on your toes here, Ripcord.
You're
And we have
good.
a Packers team, which, while incredibly inconsistent, and some weeks has a good offense, has defense, and vice versa, should probably win this. And I would be the one to do it and pick the Giants because I hate the Packers. But every time, like I said, I pick against the Packers, they look like the best team in football. So I'm gonna have to pick the Packers to prevent that from happening, as always.
Ripcord, I think you should take one for the team here because you have by far the most wins of any of us.
Okay, I can go with the Giants here. I mean, Jackson Dart carrying an entire offense is very unlikely, but okay.
I think it's Russell Wilson that's going to be starting. Are you sure about this one?
Oh, hey,
There's a chance. There's a chance for Dart.
Guys,
It's not guaranteed.
Russ has magic still, right?
He is 0-4 in his starts or games he's played in at all. Outside of
Still
that one.
limited.
All right, bad. They won that one Eagles game where he played a single snap. That is the only game they've won with Russ playing any snaps.
Guys. Russ Magic will be back and he'll beat the Packers. It's okay.
All right, do you want to do that to be all on the Packers then? Is anyone objecting other than Ripcord?
Yeah, no, I'm no.
Okay. Let's get into a more interesting NFC North game.
All right, we have the Bears versus the Vikings. The Vikings being a surprisingly weird team, winning some, and then losing a few close ones. But hey, they try. And then the Bears are a decent team record-wise. But when it comes down to it, I think we all know the Bears are frauds. It's just funny. It's just funny how they're like kind of a borderline playoff team. I feel like the Vikings and Bears records should be switched this year, but injuries with the Vikings have been terrible. Give me the Vikings here. I don't really want the Bears to win this. That's just my personal opinion. I really don't want the Bears to be in the playoffs. They don't deserve it. They're not that good. Give me the Vikings to win this.
Ripcord, you don't understand. So you said injuries. I think you mean JJ McCarthy. I'm kidding. Half kidding, anyways. Um, yeah, I don't like the Bears, but they keep finding dumb ways to win. So I guess I'll just do it to catch up on record. But if they end up losing, I'll be happy. I'll be actually rooting for the Vikings this week because like I'm just getting sick of these like BS wins. They don't win that game if Dart plays that full game. Like that is they get these stupid and luckiest breaks, and it's just annoying.
I am going to notice a pattern that seems to be happening around the league from last season, that everything kind of seems like it's the opposite of last season. The Ravens were good last season, now they suck. Mostly. The Lions had two amazing coordinators last year, now they have two awful coordinators. Last year, the Bears went on a 10-game streak where they played very close games and lost all of them. I think that these last 2 weeks are the start of the same 10-game streak, but they are going to barely win every single one of these games. So I'm going to pick the Bears for some reason. It's a terrible pick, but because logically, by all logic, the Vikings should win this game. They have everything better besides quarterback, which, to be fair, is the most important position in football. But according to narratives, which award shows always is the most important thing. Got to have a good narrative. The Bears have a good narrative. This is the comeback season, so I'm picking the Bears.
Expect a lot of Discord rants in the future if you're right. And then Moody's will be taking the Vikings. Slushies, what are you thinking here?
I'm taking the Vikings as well. Again, the Bears have been a little bit too hot. So, and again, this is in Minnesota, right?
Yep,
Again,
every single team on the right hand side is the home team.
but Brian Flores' defense has always gone to Caleb Williams, and I think that trend will continue.
All right, next up we have the Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans in a divisional matchup.
Excuse me, Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We Bengals Steelers.
Sorry, I skipped over the game as I always do.
I think none of us really want to talk much about the Unk Bowl 2.0, but
yeah, true.
Just like rapid fire this.
Give me the Bengals here. I want Joe Flacco to win a game so bad and watch this one be another shootout. That'd be cool. I just want Joe Flacco to win a game. Like, he's been trying so hard for the Bengals, and they just haven't been able to do it very well. So the Bengals did win this game last time. I'm going to guess the Steelers split it, though. I don't think the Steelers are going to let them win again, but I want the Bengals to win.
That's kind of my logic here for picking the Steelers. That, and also the fact the Steelers can't do their whole barely 500 thing if they keep losing. Like, they have emerged harder games on their schedule after coming up, so they're gonna have to win some of these. I'm sure they'll pull up one of those upsets, but like I'm sure they'll at least win this one. Probably.
I'm just gonna say it real quick. I agree with Joe Flacco. Has been playing great and deserves to win a game, but also, all of the Steelers wide receivers, including DK Metcalf, have forgotten how to play football the last few weeks, including Aaron.
Last week was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no, last week was all. It's been a lot of Aaron Rodgers, but also been Metcalf has also been playing very bad. And Jamar Chase and T. Higgins know what they're doing. So as long as this defense can get a singular stop, I'm gonna pick the Bengals.
That's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot, but I believe. Like 1 second.
I think the Bengals as well. I think the Bengals are gonna have some sort of chance to make get a wild card spot late in the season, and the Steelers are just I don't even know. The Steelers confuse me. They beaten the Colts and Patriots, two of the top teams in the AFC, but look at their losses. It's just against the Seahawks, against the Chargers. It just kind of confuses me. So I think I'll still pick the Bengals though.
Fine, you got your wish. Moody's on the Bengals. I'm the only one on the Steelers.
4-1. That's actually kind of crazy.
Next up, we have the Texans and the Titans. Divisional matchup. Texans are heavy favorites. Titans, suck as usual and cannot seem to get a second win. While the Texans actually had a comeback win against the Jags, so that was pretty cool. Davis Mills kind of cooking in the absence of C.J. Stroud. And, not much really to say here. Texans season on the line still, so they need this win. And I just don't see a world in which they let the Titans kind of screw their season over, even though their season is a little already screwed over. But I don't see a reason why the Texans don't win this one.
Yeah, not really much to say here. The Titans look like the worst team in football for pretty much this entire season.
Did Moody's pick the Titans?
No, Moody's in fact did not pick the Titans. Why would you think that?
Is Slushy gonna pick the Titans?
I'm not picking the Titans. The Titans they're just not good. They're just not good.
You're gonna have to use your D1 Texans hate here if you really don't want this to be a 5-0.
Unfortunately, I don't have D1 Texans hate.
You have
I
Stroud
have
hate and Stroud's not. Well,
I
actually, we don't
have
know
D1
Stroud's
CJ
starting or not.
Stroud hate. Is CJ Stroud playing this week?
We don't actually know on that one. I
You
would
know
assume
what?
he'd get me back,
This
but I don't
this
know.
worked for the Bucks game last week, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna live in an idealistic fantasy world where CJ Stroud comes back and plays like CJ Stroud and plays terrible. And then the Titans, Cam Ward plays his best game of the season. He dots up all of his wide receivers and he crosses up this terrible Texans team. Their defense just will commit a million fouls. Their
What universe is
offense.
that going to happen in?
Apparently,
What
this one
universe?
according to Pine.
Next up, we have rematch, I guess, of that playoff win the Jaguars had all those years back ago. Very similar teams. I mean, the Jags are kind of the underdogs here. Chargers are, the better team, record-wise and probably just overall-wise. They are the favorites here. But hey, the Jags have been an off and on team, losing very close games and then winning very close games. Last 2 weeks have kind of shown that. So, do we think the Jaguars are going to win again? We'll see. Give me the Jaguars. I think the Chargers are going to lose another one. They're gonna slowly but surely choke away that division. Even though the Broncos have
They
been
already
kind of holding it.
did.
The Broncos have been kind of holding it, but I think they're gonna. I think they could choke away second place to the Chiefs. So we'll see. That's my little thing I think is gonna happen. So I'm gonna assume they lose here to the Jaguars.
I'm just trying to think of from a matchup perspective, and I'm not sure I can. Here's the problem with Trevor when you're dealing with Trevor Lawrence. No lead is ever safe with Trevor Lawrence, and that means their lead and also the opponent's lead because he can do some of the dumbest things ever and it work out, or he'll throw 15 picks. So I don't really know. You never can not figure out what the Jags gonna do. I guess I'll just take the Chargers by default. Though I wouldn't be shocked if the Jags won, but I just can't read this Jags team, and they don't have Travis Hunter now, so the receiving core kind of seems bad, even though Bryce Thomas Jr. is supposed to be good.
So, I can think of this game from two different angles. I would consider it a coin flip game where either team can show up better on the day and win, but I can also consider this an idealistic fantasy land game where the Chargers win and the Chiefs miss the playoffs. But I feel like making Aqua's life a little bit harder today, so we're going to do another coin flip.
No, the editing budget.
Let's see. Heads, I will pick the Chargers. Tails, I will pick the Jaguars. I have to pick the Jaguars. Okay. I'm not
Riding with
entirely upset
Trevor
about that.
Lawrence.
But,
All right, slushies.
I gotta go with the Jags again. The Chargers lost a lot of both of their tackles, and I think having a good line is very important. And I don't think the Chargers will just survive the rest of the
I was
season
thinking
without their
about
two
it because they do have
tackles.
two good pass rushers. I just don't like the Jags offense at all.
Again, the Jags defense is solid. I'll just say it's solid. I think it'll be good enough to defeat the Chargers.
Moody's will in fact be joining me on the Chargers, by the way. And
All right.
let's get into Pine's favorite game.
Next up, we have the Panthers versus the Falcons, a rematch of course, earlier in the season because this is a divisional matchup, and we all know how that one ended with the Falcons scoring no points. And so, will that happen again? We'll have to wait and see. Probably not. But will the Panthers choke away this potentially, hopeful season? Maybe. That could definitely happen. I don't know who I want to pick here, really. I think I'll go with the Panthers. I think I'll keep the hopes high for Panthers fans as they hopefully don't, choke away the potential playoff berth that they seemed to have made themselves well on the way to, but now they've lost a few, and might not be able to get there after all. We'll see.
I've got to take the Falcons here. Yeah, I just got to take the Falcons here. I don't think the Falcons are going to drop at least 7. If they do, I would just laugh because I really think that the Falcons offense is finally going to click in this game, unlike it did the last matchup, which is probably the most questionable result from this entire season. And Yeah, again, but Panthers' offense is just a little bit too predictable. So again, I'm locking in on the Falcons by at least 2 possessions or 2 scores.
What was the name of that freaking podcast? The Panthers.
Meow Mix.
I'm gonna
The
check if they
podcast?
shut down or not. One
Meow
sec.
Mix. You're gonna see if they've uploaded an episode.
I need to know if if it still exists. Then I'm picking the Falcons. If no, if they shut down again, they're just the rightfully what they should be doing.
They have not uploaded a video in the last month. Let me check their Twitter.
Okay, this is very important. They lost to the Saints when they're coming back, so they don't make.
They have their last Twitter post was November 7th at a Charlotte FC game where they lost terribly.
Ooh, you said November what?
7th, 4 days ago.
Ooh, yeah, I have to pick the Falcons now.
Allegedly, they were coming back, but okay. They said they said we'll be back this week. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got to pick the Falcons until they shut down again. I'm sorry, Pine.
Okay. I don't know why I'm laughing. This team just brings me nothing but pain and misery every single week. Every day that starts with the sun, every Sunday, I sit down on my couch and I get to watch my favorite team, the Carolina Panthers. Surely they're gonna win, right? They have this franchise QB named Bryce Young, who is a whole foot taller than everyone on his offensive and defensive line. He has this great wide receiver called Teteroa McMillan, who most of the time is the only capable wide receiver on our entire team. And he was this week, but unfortunately, he was the only capable player on our entire team because everything went wrong. Everything was terrible. No one was good. They put every single defender in the freaking box, and they stopped Rico Dowdle, and there was nothing we could do because Bryce Young can't throw a pass for more than 5 yards. So I don't know what to do. I will pick the Panthers this week, but they are on thin ice. If I see them lose to the Atlanta Falcons, who have been our sons for the last many years, I am fully switching over to being a Rams fan, and I am rejecting this team.
It's not too late.
I'm-
Become a Bucks fan. Become a Bucks fan. It's never too late.
I am not changing teams in division, and I've also always been a Rams fan a little bit. But I will fully switch over to the Rams if the Panthers lose this game. I hate my team.
Speaking of hating your team, Moody's gonna be picking the Falcons.
Bryce Young. Yep.
Let's get into one of the candidates for game of the week.
All right, next up we have another divisional matchup between the Seahawks and the LA Rams. Seahawks considered the best team in the league to many, while the Rams are considered up there as well. Both have like two, if not like probably two out of the top three offenses in the league right now. Sam Darnold's been throwing haymakers. Matt Stafford's been racking up touchdowns. It's just been a crazy showcase offensively for both teams. So will this be one of those potentially like 40-41 games where like one team barely wins? Maybe. Definitely could happen. Could we see a 50 bomb from each team here? That would be amazing. Probably not, though. One team is probably going to fall short offensively. Which team will that be? Good question. I'm going to go with the Rams. I like the Rams better. I'm a Matt Stafford fan. I think Puka and Devontae are better wide receiver duo than JSN and Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I don't know. And I think the Rams defense is better. I think they have a better pass rush, and they'll be able to get after Sam Darnold and pressure him enough to make him uncomfortable. I think it's going to be still a really good game, and I think it has potential to be the game of the year, if not the game of the week at least, you know?
I was thinking about it back and forth. I'm just gonna pick out which is more beneficial. I'm gonna pick the Rams here. Lions don't play the Seahawks, so they can't get the tiebreaker over them. So I'm gonna hope the Rams win the division for that only reason alone. On a serious note, though, I think the Seahawks defense is better, without a doubt. But the offense of the Rams is better than the Seahawks. And I just like the fact the Rams are at home, even though they don't have a home field advantage. But that's an LA problem, not really a Rams per se problem. Yeah, give me the Rams here. I wouldn't be shocked if they like actually manage to pick off Stafford because it is a really good secondary. But also we could see Darnold go pumpkin mode. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Woo, Rams! I've been a fan of you my whole life. Hopefully you'll welcome me with open arms because the Panthers suck ass. So I'm gonna pick my team, the Rams.
All right, I am picking the Rams as well.
Oh God,
I just this is gonna be. It's just. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's not a disappointment. Like I, w- I don't know. I'm surprised this is not a primetime game. Like how the Cowboys and the Raiders a primetime game over.
Hey, you're spoiling the schedule. I'm kidding.
Spoiling the
Doesn't actually
schedule.
matter.
Nobody knows the schedule. What? I
Yeah.
didn't know. I know I surprised everybody.
Anyways, good news, Pine. Moody's is in fact got you picking the Seahawks.
Thank God.
Anyways, it's gonna be a hard time getting someone to pick the upset in this next one.
Next up, we have a divisional matchup of the same division of the Rams and Seahawks, and that would be the Niners and the Cardinals, the other two teams in that division. Cardinals, not a great team by any means in really any facet. Their 3 wins have come weird circumstances against interesting teams at the beginning of the season, and they've not really been able to win a lot recently, while the Niners have been able to win since the beginning of the season and have, only have had losses really recently, but they're still one of the best teams in the league with Christian McCaffrey absolutely carrying because of all their injuries. So give me the Niners here. I think they win. They stay in competition to win their division.
It's in division, you never know. But I'm gonna go Niners purely because last week, if you actually watched the game when they got blown out by the Rams, it really wasn't the Niners' offense that was the problem. It was their defense, and it's not shocking they don't have any of their elite stars on defense. But Cardinals like to choke. This is like the perfect time to choke is against the Niners at home. So yeah, give me the Niners.
Slushy, you want to be the hero?
No, I don't want to be here. But Cardinals just seem like a hot mess, like an absolute hot mess. I think the 49ers offense is still pretty solid. Wow, I do have to admit the Cardinals defense has been pretty solid. Like I would not be surprised if an upset happened here, but I'm still gonna go the Niners.
Miss Moody is gonna be a hero.
You'll get to know.
God damn it. What? So I have to get 50-50, either risking the whole joke of the video,
Yep,
another
I love you.
loss.
That's funnier this way.
Jacoby Brissett, if you fail me, I will kill you.
You're doing it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I just baited you.
Okay, move me back over the Niners now. Move me back over.
Wow. You see, you changed your pick right now. You changed your pick, man. No loyalty.
I know I'm not. I have no loyalty to the Arizona Cardinals. No.
All right, next up we have the Ravens versus the Browns in a very uninteresting divisional matchup. Ravens season, I guess you could still say, is on the line, but at this point it's like just kind of like give up. They are not a good football team. They have had way too many injuries, and they are just way too inconsistent on both sides of the ball to be a good football team. Even though they're the heavy favorites here, and they should blow out the Browns. But watch the Browns make it interesting. Whatever. I don't know. This game is just like really, really boring. It's probably gonna be very boring. So give me the Ravens.
If Jameis Winston was on the Browns right now, I would immediately be picking them. But Jameis Winston is in fact not on the Browns still. So I gotta pick the Ravens. Lamar still exists, so they probably should have this. And if Dylan Gabriel could play football, I'd think about it.
Okay, so think the Ravens are still gonna win the AFC North. The Browns are just Shedeur Sanders is gonna start eventually. I still want him to get. I still want Shedeur Sanders to start like eventually. So the Browns need to keep losing games for that to happen. And again, Ravens are they just have a better football team, simply put. So going with the Ravens.
I hate
Yeah,
my
I'll show you
life.
Moody's pick. You really think the Moody's is picking the Browns here, even as a Browns fan?
I can't do it. The joke of the video is over. I can't do it. I cannot pick the Browns here. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm so sorry for the content. Unless like Ripcord wants to change over to the Browns, I think the bid's over.
No. Let's be real here. Even the Browns fan doesn't want to pick the Browns. Let's just move on. What are the
If
viewers?
the Browns win next week, we have to completely redo the first slide just to have a little corner part for Carl Bot with 1 win.
1 minute. Let me cook 1 second. Just for you, Pine.
All right. Anyways, next up we have America's Game of the Week, which is the Chiefs versus the Broncos, in a very interesting game for potentially the top seed. We'll see. Depends on how the Chargers fight against the Jaguars and how that one works out. But this one's going to be a battle. These teams usually make it really close, so it's going to be fascinating to see who wins and comes out on top here. I'm personally going to go the Chiefs just because the Broncos have not been looking good offensively recently, and they just seem to either come back and make crazy wins possible, or they just seem to not play good at all but barely squeeze by. So it's very inconsistent football from the Broncos recently, and so their 8-2 record's not looking too great. So give me the Chiefs here.
Screw it. Chiefs are having some offensive line issues. I'm calling it now. Mahomes is gonna be sacked 5+ times. Give me the Broncos. I'm actually sure Mahomes' jersey is gonna be green by the end of this.
I'm also gonna pick the Broncos here. It doesn't make any logical sense, but the Broncos always seem to win games that they shouldn't, so I'm just gonna pick the Broncos. I have no logic for this. It's just vibes. The Chiefs having a neutral record, a not winning record, would be really funny.
I gotta go the Chiefs here. Like the Chiefs are not gonna fall this behind from the division. Like again with all dynasties, teams consistently win the division. And if the Chiefs are not losing this game, like I feel like this is definitely a must-win game for the Chiefs at this point, and I think they're gonna do that. Mahomes is gonna redeem himself from the again. The Chiefs are not gonna drop 2 straight, and Mahomes is definitely gonna redeem himself from the Bills game.
Inconsistent. I don't think. Yeah, they've been consistently terrible. What do you mean?
I said inconsistent. Did I say inconsistent? I meant to say inconsistent.
You said inconsistent. I think they've been consistently terrible, personally.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Also, Moody's will be taking the Chiefs as well.
All right, next up we have Sunday Night Football, which is the Lions versus the Eagles. This is probably what most people's game of the week is, despite the other game that we just went over. But anyways, yeah, we have the Lions versus the Eagles in a very, very interesting matchup that could decide if sees 1 seed. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. Fascinating matchup between the Lions that have one of the best offenses in the league, and one of the better defenses in the league, but have had weird losses this year, while the Eagles are a team that has a really good record, yet seem very fraudulent compared to last year. So I'm going to go with the Lions here because I don't see how the Lions lose another one. Like, I don't see how they lose the Vikings, win, and then lose again. I feel like they're a very streaky team that ends up losing, but they don't lose a lot in a chunk of time. So I feel like I'm gonna go the Lions here, and the Eagles go down to 3 losses, which makes a lot more sense for the Eagles because they are a fraudulent team compared to last year. So give me the Lions here, but the Eagles will make it a competitive, like, decent game, I feel like.
I'll tentatively take the Lions, but I'm scared of ref ball.
Honestly, I want to disagree with Ripcord, not for the pick, but for the fact it's going to be close. The Lions haven't had enough belt to games this year. I think this is going to be a BTA game. I think that they are going to beat the Eagles by like 30 points. They're going to make a statement. Everyone's going to be making videos on social media like, oh my God, is the Eagles season over? Are they not even going to make the playoffs? And they're just going to overreact, and everyone's going to go back to normal next week. But this feels like a dominant win.
I have to go for Lions as well. Again,
Oh,
they
God.
get a big statement win. I don't see the Lions drop into 6-4. Statement win by the Lions, and the Eagles off defense. I'm sorry, the Eagles offense has also been a little bit inconsistent as well.
I thought Pine was the reason he'd be the one to do it, but Moody's, in fact, will be the one to do it, taking the Eagles at home on Sunday Night Football.
And the last game we have for NFL Week 10 is Monday Night Football between the Raiders and the Cowboys. This is the tank bowl, let's be honest here. Cowboys are not doing anything this season, and the Raiders haven't been doing anything this season. So, yeah, really a toss-up here. Well, I'll go with the Raiders. Why not? Make it interesting. Don't really care about this game. Terrible Monday night game, by the way. This is going to be awful. I feel bad for the people who have tickets to this game. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like, I don't know if this is going to be a shootout or if this is going to be a slugfest. Because, like, I want to say, like, as the Cowboys don't have a defense, it's going to be there's going to be a shootout. But then I remember that Geno Smith is the quarterback of the Raiders. So I don't really know. I'll reluctantly take the Cowboys due to the trades they made, I guess. Who's like, dang, I saw the Raiders on Thursday Night Football. I need more of that on prime time.
They get back-to-back primetime games. I don't know why.
I guess I can pick now. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pick the Raiders. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys.
Okay, so what you are forgetting is that the Cowboys defense is going to be a little bit better because of the trades they've made. Like obviously not Logan Wilson, but the Quinn Williams. So the Cowboys defense is going to be a little bit better. They can also do a better job at containing Ashton Genty and forcing Geno Smith to making some.
Anyways, finally, Moody's will in fact be going with the Raiders. This game's
Yay.
gonna be terrible. I don't care enough to judge Moody's choices here.
All
Anyways,
right.
bye week time.
Yep.
We actually only have 2 teams this week. Surprisingly enough, once again, NFL bye weeks. They need to do a better job scheduling these. Anyways, we got the Indianapolis Colts, and we got the New Orleans Saints. I'll just put them right where they belong. I know Shuck played like well-ish against the Panthers, but like, does it matter? Frankly, winning games is only harmful. They would have had the first overall pick if they lost to the Panthers. So I don't know why they're doing the whole winning thing, but whatever. Yeah. Anyone object with putting them in mock draft?
No.
No, I'm good.
I know this is a Bucks fan. Sashi, do you object with this decision?
I think the Saints. I don't know. I just hate the Saints.
Shocker. Anyways, Colts. Where do we want to put them?
I think green's fair.
I would say they're a Super Bowl contender.
I just want to see how they do against these good games they have upcoming with the Chiefs and the other teams.
So my question is, do we think Jonathan Taylor is enough to put them in the blue?
Yes,
Probably.
I would think
He's
so.
an MVP contender.
Yeah. I should have put a picture of Jonathan Taylor and just put them in the blue and called it a day, but I didn't think of that at the time. But Jonathan Taylor's season, I just want to just clarify how stupid it is, because it is very stupid. You know how many touchdowns he's on pace for, by the way? That's pulled up. He has 15 touchdowns right now.
Yeah.
Is averaging 6 yards a carry, and has already eclipsed 1,000 yards at 1,139 yards.
I think he's gonna get to 20. He'll get to 20 touchdowns. He'll probably get to 1,000, like
he's
600
gonna be
yards.
like threatening the touchdown record at 31 in a season by a non-quarterback. I don't think that's gonna happen. Though if that does happen, if he doesn't win the MVP, I will actually riot.
Here's the problem. Here's the thing. Do we think teams are gonna shut him? Do we think teams are gonna be able to shut him down? Like, is that the game plan? To shut him down in the playoffs?
I feel like everyone was tried, and the only thing that's been able to pull it off is the Steelers.
Yeah.
And
I think
that's literally the most expensive defense
I
in
like
football.
Jonathan Taylor a lot, and I think he is gonna be like at least 75% of their offense in the playoffs. I just don't know. I think Daniel Jones is gonna end up
be able to
choking them
pull it
away.
off.
Super Bowl. So I don't like them as a Super Bowl contender. I like them as a good playoff team though.
I know. I think the biggest limiting factor with the Colts is if you can shut down the run and also have a good pass rush. Because if you get pressure on Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor can't bail them out, then they will lose. So I don't team will be able to do that per se for certain. I mean, like, I think the Broncos, I know they won that matchup, is probably not a good matchup, assuming Bo Nix locks in, of course, which is asking a lot. But
Yeah. All right.
I'll leave them there. I'll be nice. I like the Colts this season. It's kind of funny.
So-
Little Indiana Jones thing, so I'll leave them in the blue. But yeah, they might be more of the green. They have shown them weaknesses, but hey, 8-2 is 8-2. So
Yeah.
you know what? Why not?
All right.
That's gonna do it for this week.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this NFL video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Make sure to comment down below your picks for this week and any picks that you would disagree with or agree with. Comment those down below as well. Helps out engagement, and we're really interested to see what you guys think. And then also make sure to join our Discord, link in the description, as it is a Discord with sports talk and all things sports, really, with sports fans from all over the globe. And yeah, we're interested to see what you guys think for the polls and for the talks that we kind of have in there daily and weekly. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.
Oh, I'm back. Bye.
Bye bye.